been the most affected as a result of violence in several areas of the district. In the latest, there have been fresh clashes in Murshidabad district, the visuals of which is on your screens early morning. Now this just a day after violent clashes were reported. There was arson, there was violence and clashes in several districts of the state, with 21 lives having been lost in a matter of just 24 hours. And the total number we understand amounts to 40, with 21 in last 24 hours and at least 20 in the pre-poll violence. Let's go across to Kishle, who's joining us from the Bangla newsroom. Kishle, we understand it's almost close to 40 deaths that have been reported in a matter of a month's time. The pre-poll as well as the post-poll violence in the state of West Bengal.
Well, Samiksha, we are breaking this news. This is the latest violence after the polls happened yesterday.
I'm not quite sure if you still have Kishle, but the latest that's just coming in on fresh violence that's been reported in Murshidabad. Supporters of independent and TMC candidates were seen clashing in Murshidabad district. Now remember, Murshidabad district has been the worst affected in terms of the violence and clashes that have been reported. Let's go across to Kishle, who's joining us from the Bangla newsroom. Kishle, we understand 39 is a number that we're looking at, combined the pre-poll and the post-poll violence in the state of West Bengal.
Well, Samiksha, am I audible?
I've lost that connection again, but the details are just coming in. A statement that has also come in from the BJP MP Khagen Murgu on the West Bengal Panchayat polls violence, who says that the TMC is doing booth capturing and that ballot box has also been gone missing from the strong room. Let's go across to Kishle, who's joining us now. Kishle, take us through the latest. We understand that's a fresh charge that's been made by the BJP, where they claim that ballot box has now gone missing from a particular strong room. We have lost that connection again, but the latest is the death toll now rising to 21. And just a day after those violent clashes were reported in several districts of West Bengal on the day of Panchayat polls, fresh clashes have been reported from Murshidabad district. So these clashes have been reported between the independent candidates and the TMC workers. These are the visuals on your screens as well. Meanwhile, the BSF, the DIG of the BSF has categorically mentioned that they were not apprised by the state police on the sensitive locations across the state, and that the situation could have been handled better had they been told or informed about the sensitive locations where violence broke out yesterday during the Panchayat polls that were conducted. Meanwhile, a fresh charge that's been made by BJP in West Bengal, where they've claimed that there's been booth capturing by TMC workers. They've gone on to allege that ballot box has also gone missing from a particular location in one of the pockets of a district that has been hit by the violence, alleging that the TMC is capturing ballot box and that they want repolling should happen in certain pockets of these districts where violence has been quite rampant since yesterday. Meanwhile, details are just coming in of the fresh clashes that have been reported in Murshidabad early this morning. All right, Kishle is joining us live. Kishle, the latest is coming in on the fresh violence that's been reported from Murshidabad district. Take us through the details of that and talk to us about these fresh allegations that have been made by the BJP, claiming that there's been booth capturing and that they want nothing less than repolling in certain pockets.
Well, Samiksha, exactly. These are fresh clashes being reported from Murshidabad, again, the same district where the most number of violences and deaths have been reported yesterday. And now we can see that the TMC supporters, TMC workers and independent candidates from a place called Hiranandpur in Murshidabad, Samserganj, is clashing, and there are a large number of bombs that are being hurled at each other. There are multiple gunshots also probably heard in the background. There are multiple bombs, crude bombs that are being hurled against each other. What we are getting to know is that that a huge team of Samserganj police has reached the spot. They are trying to control the situation, but still now, as we speak, the clashes are still going on. At one hand, this is the breaking news right now in Samserganj of Murshidabad. Again, there are fresh news of clashes, and most of these independent candidates and their supporters were from TMC. They were from TMC, but as the Panchayat elections were declared, as they did not get tickets from the TMC, they started nominating themselves as independent candidates in the Panchayat elections, and after they did that, there was a clash between the TMC workers, supporters and the independent candidates and their supporters. If we can hear the gnats, the sound of that video, there are multiple number of explosions that are being heard in this particular video, Samiksha. Apart from that, also Shubhendu Adhikari yesterday very clearly said that he is going to approach the High Court appealing for a repolling, because what he believes is yesterday nothing but a farce in the name of election was conducted by the State Election Commission. Nothing was done in a democratic way. Nothing was done in a proper way. So they are going to approach the High Court on Tuesday, that we are getting to know. On the other hand, the latest news of clashes from Samserganj, if we can hear the sound as well,
yes,
is reported today morning.
Yes, sir. Kishle, stay with us. Let's take a closer look at these visuals that have come in from Murshidabad. Just a day after those violent clashes were reported, and Murshidabad being the worst hit as a result of violence. Take a closer look at these visuals. Yes, Kishle, we are seeing those visuals, the clashes that broke out earlier today. There are explosions also that can be heard. Talk to us about the deployment, particularly in Murshidabad district, not just of the state police, but by the central forces as well. Anything known about the deployment in terms of specifically at this particular location where situation still remains volatile?
Well, Samiksha, of course, and as we are speaking, I'm getting a breaking news from Murshidabad again, from Samserganj. I'm looking at my phone right now as my reporters are sending me news reports from Samserganj. One more person has been shot. One more person firing has happened. That person is grievously injured. This is in Samserganj. That person, I'm reading out from my phone, direct report from my reporter on the ground in Samserganj, Chandpur area. In Chandpur area, one person has been shot. The person is 17 years. His name is Yarul Sheikh, and his house is at Murshidabad, Samserganj, Chandpur area. We are getting news of a person, 17-year-old person being shot, a 17-year-old boy being shot in Murshidabad again, Samserganj. He's in the hospital, grievously injured. He's being treated. That's the preliminary report we are getting right now from our reporters. We don't have hold on any visuals yet. As we will get visuals, we will be presenting that first on for our audience, for our viewers as well. But this is the latest breaking. Samiksha, on one hand, there are clashes going on at Samserganj itself. We are hearing the audio. There are multiple bomb explosions. We can hear those explosions. Quite dangerous. The whole clash situation is very dangerous. We can see people are clashing, fighting, bombing each other. On the other hand, another breaking coming from Murshidabad again, Samserganj itself, from Chandpur area. One person has been shot and right now in the hospital treated. Exactly when was he shot, today or yesterday night, we are not sure yet. But one person is having gunshot injuries and right now in the hospital being treated by the doctors in a serious condition. That's what we are getting to know. Apart from that, also we were breaking a while back that the DIG of the BSF has issued a statement saying that there was not adequate information about the sensitive booths and where the deployment should be done. Therefore, he says very emphatically proper deployment could not be done and proper deployment and utilization of forces could not be done.